Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Spinach. So in this video we are going to talk about the marking criteria that the examiners use in the writing subtest to mark our letters. Okay.
Why am I telling you this? Because as I mentioned, I cleared the OET exam with 1 A grade and 3 B grades.
Okay, but before beginning this video, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel.
Do it now! Do it now, do it now, do it now!
Click on the notification bell down below to see me more often,
Oh, you've got it, girl.
And of course, like and comment in the end. Also, do not forget to share this with your friends if you find it useful. So, let's begin.
Hi, I would like to share what I learned today from Source video courses. So I was going through the writing criteria and what is it that the examiners assess us on. So there are 6 writing criteria that examiners in the OET exam assess us on, and these are purpose, content, conciseness and clarity, genre and style, organization and layout, and language. So looking into the purpose. So when we talk about the purpose, so when you are writing a letter, whether the purpose of the letter is immediately apparent and expanded in the course of letter or not. So this is purpose. Like for example, the purpose of the letter will be writing a referral letter of some patient because he has worsening asthma. So we have to be specific about what we want the reader to do. So we have to be very clear from the start. So this is purpose. Then coming on to the content. So content is whether all the necessary information is included and it is accurate for the reader or not. It is basically whether you have written all the necessary and relevant case notes into the letter or not, and whether we have expanded these case notes, and and we have to remember that content will change depending upon who your reader is. So if you're writing to a physiotherapist, then physiotherapists do not need to know about perhaps the patient's history of depression, or an orthopedic surgeon does not need to know about a skin condition, something like that. So it depends, it changes from the content that you are going to write in the letter will change from reader to reader. Then we have conciseness and clarity. So in this, it's more or less same as content, whether we have omitted out the unnecessary information or not, and whether the progression of our letter is very clear or not. So we should be very clear and very concise about whatever we are talking about in the letter. Then next one is the genre and style. So genre and style basically tells us, checks the register, the tone, the use of abbreviation in the letter. So it's basically whether your letter is professional and formal or not. And let's take an example of the abbreviations I'm talking about. So you should not be using too many abbreviations here. So for example, BP is a common abbreviation for blood pressure. So we can use BP. But the less known abbreviations like HCl, hydrochloric chloride. So HCl is not a very common abbreviation, so we should avoid using this abbreviation. So we should use much less abbreviations, and we should only use the abbreviations that are very common or familiar. Other than that, a professional tone is important in this, plus whether you are politely addressing the reader to do something. So we should be polite with asking the reader to when we are referring someone, right, referring a patient from our care. Okay, so the next one is organization and layout. In organization and layout, the examiners check whether the layout is exact or not. Because we are writing this letter, so it should be a formal layout, right? And when you are paragraphing something, that whether there is a central idea in this paragraph and whether this central idea is expanded in the course of paragraph or not. Plus the organization of the organization of this paragraph, the progression of this paragraph should be logical, and it should be clearly understandable to the reader. So this is what they assess us in one of the writing criteria. The next one is language. So language is basically, they check us on our grammar, they check us on our spellings, and on our punctuations and the vocabulary. What I learned about in the grammar from the video courses is that I loved this line in which they told, like, we have to be confident with what grammar tense to use. So you have to be confident with the grammar tenses that you're using in the letter. So in order to be confident with these tenses, we should review these tenses, right? So yeah, and there's one more thing I'd like to add here, is that using linking words. So it is important that we do not use the linking words such as furthermore or moreover and the words like that, because these are academic words and they can be used in essays, but they should not be used while writing a letter. So in writing a letter, we can use the linking words such as and, along with that, in association with, additionally, accompanied with, as well as. Yeah, I guess these are the words that you can use in letter. So that is it. So this is what I learned today, and I would love if you all would share something or some part of what you learned today as well. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for listening to me. Please like, subscribe, and share. Click on the notification bell down below so that you can get the updates as soon as I post the latest videos. Until then, keep safe and keep healthy.